You're listening to the Reluctant Adult Podcast. If you like what you're hearing, follow us on social media and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. This is the way.
I don't wanna grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. There's a million.
Let's week from the internet. Brand new day, same old Thwip. And fans aren't exactly swinging high on Hasbro's Hulk and Spidey MCU reveals. Plus, is RossCon canceled? The Discount King is raising prices, forcing collectors into the awkward position of making peace with Ollies. And so far, The Mandalorian and Grogu is delivering a toy lineup destined to keep pegs warm and toasty. It's the Reluctant Adult Podcast.
Don't you be a dummy! Buckle your safety belt!
Think, Billy. It's morphin' time!
Oh, welcome to another episode of the Reluctant Adult Podcast. My name is Paul, and I am joined, as always, by the Librarian Nightmare, Bill!
Hi, everybody. That's right. I'm now an insider. An inside man, as it were.
You got the inside track. That open has a double meaning, because I did want to quickly point out that the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, did like one of our videos on Instagram this week. The video talking about masters of the WWE universe and how silly it is. And he was like, thumbs up.
Well, he likes his
I'm in
action
series
figures,
one.
right?
Thumbs up.
He likes his action figures.
Listen,
From what I
I
know.
didn't know this about Cody Rhodes. He is a huge Masters of the Universe fan.
Yeah.
He has an extensive collection, including some of like the most rare variants. Like he's paid hundreds and hundreds of dollars for these, like, you know, different color. Like one thing is different, but that's what makes it rare. Like
Okay.
he is a serious collector. Yeah, him and, you know, you always think of Matt Cardona as being the action figure guy. But I feel like Cody Rhodes a little more well-rounded, you know? You got Masters, you got WWE. I wonder what else he collects. Someone's got to collect turtles, right? They all grew up around the same time as us.
It's got to be somebody. There has to be. But
You had like that Mattel WWE TMNT crossover. You had a few of them, but the most recent one was the wrestlers just in gear inspired by the turtles.
yeah.
And you had the New Day, or at least did you have Kofi and maybe you only had Kofi? No, I think you had Kofi and Xavier Woods. And then they actually did wear those outfits in a match, an official match. So those made those authentic action figures.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Well, speaking of WWE, this was not my intention, but this actually makes a lot of sense. This was the week after WrestleMania. You know, WrestleMania, the high point of the year. A lot of this, you know, you blow off stories, the stories end, you start new stories. The season premiere, if you will, for a lot of the shows. This was also the time that TKO, the parent company that now owns WWE, this is the week they chose to do their almost yearly layoffs.
Oh.
So, you know, most large companies do have layoffs because management is you know, out of touch. They don't understand how to run their business. The easiest way to clear money off their balance sheet is by firing people, because you immediately remove that money.
Yeah.
So that's what happens a lot. You know, Amazon, Microsoft, and like any of these large companies, like it's happening a lot now with these tech companies. But this has become a yearly thing. And this year, no different, but some of the names very surprising, including Motor City Machine Guns, who came in less than a year ago. They just got their first WWE action figures. Like, I don't know if that set's even out at retail yet. That's how recent those are. And then the Wyatt Six, you probably know them because they had their own haunted house at Halloween Horror Nights last year.
Oh.
So the Wyatt Six, this group of wrestlers inspired by the character created by Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt passed away.
Yeah.
His real life brother had started an angle where he was playing a character called Uncle Howdy. So he sort of became the leader, the de facto leader of this new group. And they had other people come in. And they just got their first Mattel action figures as well. There's a 3-pack at Walmart. And then there's individual figures for the other characters. And then there's an ultimate of Uncle Howdy. I just saw it tonight at Target. All fired. Got rid of the entire faction. Aleister Black, I don't know if he even got a Mattel figure since coming back. He just left AEW a year ago, a year to the date. He's gone too. So, every year, wrestlers are probably afraid to check their phone and get that message.
Yeah.
But it's just, it's awful when anyone gets fired, and with, you wrestling fans, they grow attached to these men and women. They feel it more than anyone else, and then it's so weird to have these action figures hanging on the pegs, knowing that those characters are not going to appear on television anymore.
Sure.
So it's just weird. I wanted to tie that in to the toy side of business.
Yeah.
Because, those characters probably, those people they play characters, and those characters have action figures probably still coming out. So will people want those characters more or less because those people are no longer appearing on WWE TV? Now, they all have, I think, either 30 or 60 day non-compete clauses, which basically means they're still getting paid by WWE for that time, but they cannot appear on another wrestling TV show. So you're not going to see them pop up on AEW. AEW I don't think you could say they have a current wrestling toy line. Doesn't seem, even though Jazzwares is still technically putting out new product, I don't think anything new is being added to that. So there are, these independent toy companies like Major and we've talked about all the different form factors that they make. So we might see some of these wrestlers out there in different forms, but you won't see them from Mattel anymore after whatever has been completed is pushed out.
Yeah. So
sad time for wrestling.
Well, hopefully I don't get fired from my volunteer job coming up this week.
Well, hopefully not.
That's
so the other
when you really
side
have to worry about that.
If you get fired from your, people do.
There's a possibility.
Because when you get, especially what you're planning.
I'm not planning anything.
Well, listen, I don't know how much you want to get into it. Why don't you intro what you're planning, and whatever you're comfortable sharing, go ahead and share that.
So around this time each year harkens the beginning, at least in the Northeast, because we have the 4 seasons. It's yard sale season, and it's starting to crop up. So I always start my yard sale season.
Hold on.
Yes.
Yard sale. So you have 4 seasons. One of them is yard sale season. What are the other 3 seasons?
No. I mean in terms of the weather seasons.
No, I know, but if you had to break it down, now is yard sale season, and then there's Target clearance season. That's another season.
Sure. Winter's hibernation season. I would feel like
hibernation.
Yeah.
Sure, that makes sense. That's fair.
And then fall would be holiday season.
Okay, there you go.
Holiday
I was gonna say potpourri. Season. It's you choose what you want. Yeah. Whatever you want there. Okay. Yeah. But I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No, it's okay. Continue. That's okay. So it's the start of yard sale season, or as I like to think of it, as almost like the big 3 in terms of what I like to go for in terms of toy yard sales. So this always starts in May, the beginning of May. It's the toy yard sale, historically put on by the library that I so famously ripped off 2 years ago.
Yes.
Yes. I went back last year and I met my female counterpart, female Bill.
That's right.
And we shared space in terms of trying to pick and choose Battle Beasts and 90s Kenner toys. And we really went 50-50 on the box. And This year, I so happily stumbled upon the announcement for the toy yard sale, but I also discovered that they are looking for volunteers to sort intake product. So I said to myself, well, what a way to get a advanced look at what I'm purchasing rather than just get into the hype of like the day of. So I set myself up for a few volunteer shifts this week, leading into the toy yard sale, which includes and I feel like I'm bookending the week because I have a opening day on Monday where I'm going to be there sorting and bringing in product and putting it in like piles. And then Friday, I kind of get the grand preview night, as it were. In terms of where things are and what things
you show your
happen
badge
to be. Yes,
I'm here for preview night. Yeah,
right. And then Saturday morning, I have the advanced look where I get to take the product out of the library and set it up at the yard sale proper. So that all being said, I'm going to, of course, manipulate the situation by boxing things appropriately where I can find them first.
Sure.
I'll still pay for them, of course. We're not talking theft here, but I will be making sure that the boxes are specifically located for me to grab at the appropriate time.
You're gonna gerrymander the boxes. It's like no one will want what's in here.
Yes.
It's just a random assortment, but then underneath there's a full layer of Battle Beast. This
there
is
we
for
are.
Bill.
Yep.
Nobody's gonna know. No one's gonna know. Well, that's great. I think that like I said, I really would like to hire a film crew to come film your adventures. So if there is anyone in the New England area who would like to volunteer their time and resources, we can maybe say we're doing a reality show. Don't worry about it. Don't ask too many questions.
Sorting toys.
Is that this week? Next weekend we'll have the update.
Well, yeah. So next podcast we will be talking about my finds and what happened for the week. So look forward to that.
I told you this is my wish list. Any Migos, World's Greatest, and none of that Planet of the Apes shit. And then if you find any like Star Wars prototypes or anything like rocket firing Boba Fett, just put those aside for me. I just
of course. Yes, of course.
Maybe someone from Kenner. Where
Ohio.
Where was Kenner? Ohio, that's right.
Yeah.
So
everything was in Ohio. For
Ohio to Massachusetts.
It could happen. You never know.
That happens, right? There's a few people, right?
Right.
It's gotta be. Well, that's good. I'm excited for next week's show. That'll be the.
It's always a good time.
That'll be the load bearing story. Yeah,
I hope
hopefully.
So. Hopefully.
You have some stories whether they're good or bad. They'll be entertaining.
Yeah, I'll take some video, of course, and I'll make sure we're looking at things appropriately.
Yeah. We don't want no inappropriate language. We don't want to anybody skipping through.
No.
We'll get to that.
The whole show.
We'll get to that in a little bit, but yeah, the whole show. This is a clean episode. There will be no swearing.
Nope, we're gonna go full on tonight. Just totally full on.
Full on what?
That's all.
I'm thinking DTF St. Louis.
Yeah. So
that's what my mind went to.
Yeah, that's it. So that's you and I watched that show. I watched it with my
full
wife.
on right now.
Yeah,
you can't tell.
So coming out of that, I just like to say that around my wife to make her uncomfortable about any situation.
Did she also watch it?
We both watched it. Yes, we both watched it. So
yes,
okay. She is aware of what it means to be full on. Which I just really I thought in terms of like that show, because it's really stuck with me for a while for whatever reason, but I think some of the dialogue was so like cringy and like interesting, but like cringy in like a good way. But like the act of being full on and how he described being full on just like stuck with me. So I just say it in like I'll just randomly say it, or I'll even say it around like the most inappropriate of people, and she'll be in the presence and she'll just be like, oh, for Christ's sake.
Because they won't know.
Because they won't know. It's like when I randomly go roll that beautiful bean footage, and she thinks that's
that
funny.
One's okay.
She thinks that I keep that one in the pocket. That one's only every like 7 months.
Those aren't the beans you're referring to. Yeah, like full on is a little different.
Of course. But I have like my little sayings that I've picked up through the years that I'll like every 7 months is the bean footage. It's random.
Well, when we make our action figures, we're gonna have talking ones like the Steve Urkel doll.
Yep.
And we're gonna have we need to decide at some point what our our catchphrases will be. So yours will be, I'm full on. All right. And there's really no good segue from that. But hey, speaking of full on, here are some full on reveals for Spider-Man Brand New Day. So Hasbro rolled out a couple of photos of the Hulk and Spider-Man, and the internet does not like it. They don't like it. They're mad. Let's take a look at the mint in box Hulk here. So you got Hulk.
Hulk.
He's not a Build-A-Figure. He's just it's a single card. I'm sure he is a deluxe figure. Like, you're gonna have to pay more than. Well, first of all, I was walking around Target today, and I'm looking at the price stickers, price tags for everything, and I keep seeing like $27. I don't know. It's like, when did this happen? $27 for a one action figure?
Yeah.
No. No. It's too much. You can get 4 for more than $100. Good Lord.
It's steep.
So
and
he'll
that's
probably be
if
like
you find more,
$50.
because they mostly at Target now, they just have full cases of things.
They just get the one character.
Correct. So I see a battle damaged Wolverine from Deadpool and Wolverine, and that's it. And then, of course, it's $27. And I say, well, why?
I've only seen that series at one Target, and I don't even remember where I was, but it's not a Target I usually go to. Mm-hmm. And they had brown suit Wolverine, and they had Wesley Snipes, Blade.
Oh, Blade, yeah.
And Blade apparently the easiest to find. He's not not moving too well. But yeah, those I kind of forgot that those exist. Mm-hmm. So Hulk. So what do you think about Hulk? Just looking at him in the box here.
Well, first of all,
he got 2 heads. He's got some shirt ripped there.
I think of this, and first of all, it's not a surprise that Hulk is going to be in this movie because Bruce Banner is obviously in this movie. But to see the Hulk rendered in plastic here, I was a little bit kind of spoiler shocked, as it were. First of all, that they would say, "Here he is."
Enough. Yeah.
And the one thing I do like about is just the white ripped shirt. Outside of that, I don't care for the figure. I feel like the Hulk is obviously Mark Ruffalo ages like any human being does.
Yes.
And as such, the Hulk's appearance changed. But I feel like this is too much of a drastic change. This almost seems like Sony's version of the Hulk, as opposed to Marvel Studios' version of the Hulk. It just seems like a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spider-Man films are weird, where it's like a shared.
It's a shared universe.
Production.
Shared production, yes.
So a big point of contention about this Hulk figure is the hairline.
Yeah.
And it is very, like, that's not usually how hair looks unless your hair is starting to recede. Like, it's just a weird, like, too clean of a round. It's too round.
Yeah.
So someone took it into Photoshop, and there you go. 100 times better right off the bat. It looks more like, Mark Ruffalo. It looks more like what a human's hairline would look like.
It has less that egg shape, that round egg shape.
It's got some. It just has like a hairline
little
definition.
Hairline, a little widow's peak. Yep, I see it.
Yeah, that's just what it's supposed to look like.
Right.
So he comes. You mentioned the shirt. People immediately were afraid that the shirt was not removable, but Hasbro has confirmed that it is removable. Like, I don't know why they thought it wasn't, because this body mold is the same one that was used for Smart Hulk and for Red Hulk. I believe maybe the pelvis piece was different from Red Hulk. I don't know if Harrison Ford was wearing jeans or these aren't jeans. They're just like slacks, so they're probably the same. But yeah, it's not like it had a peg hole in the back that the shirt would be stuck into. He also comes with like webbing, which is kind of funny. So I imagine that he fights Spider-Man in this movie.
Looks like it, because they kind of give you that
here going here
that photography in terms of
whip them around it.
Yeah, it wraps around
That's
the hands.
Cute. That's
I mean,
fine.
hopefully it's sturdy enough. Hopefully you don't need some sort of support element in order to get Spider-Man in that pose.
I'm sure it's fine. Like, it looks like it has a little like handle there that you can wrap around his hand.
Okay.
So I'm sure they thought about that. I hope so.
Maybe
I'm giving them too much credit. And then they did show off the the hero Spider-Man look from this movie, and my immediate thought was the eyes look way too small, even compared to the artwork on the side of the box.
Yeah.
This is like mid-squint almost. Like, I don't know if his eyes still move, like when he had the Stark costume.
Oh, sure.
But people were comparing this body to the No Way Home body and saying it was very similar. It's probably just, there are some sculpting changes because the look of the costume is slightly different. but essentially the same body, and no unmasked head, which is always a bummer.
That is. When you really want more
So he just comes with
accessories,
more
and
webs.
you just have the Spider-Man head.
I know. I did say I don't want more heads, but if you're wearing a mask, this is the line of distinction I draw.
Okay.
I do want if it's a masked character, I do want the unmasked head. That I believe should be a necessity. This is what I don't need. And with Spider-Man, it's a little different. And what I was saying last week, and we'll get into it a little bit more. But what I was saying was, if you're a Fraggle, you don't need Spider-Man hands. If you're Spider-Man, you do need Spider-Man hands. So this one actually has the perfect, if anything, if I had to drop one set of hands from this set, I would drop like the open palm. But the open palm is fine for like walking, crawling along a roof or a side of a wall or something.
That crouch
I have
pose.
no problem.
Yes.
Yeah. I have no problem with the amount of hands, especially because you don't get anything else except these weird web things. You have to have the web shooting hands and then fists. I think every figure should have fists. So if you want to do fists and C grips or something like that, but I love fists. Fist me up anytime you want. Give them all in there. And then these web, just sort of random, and maybe you can put them on Hulk. Maybe they're sticky. Put them on the window. Oh. We used to get like random webbing with like the Toy Biz Spider-Man, right? I feel like I remember something like that.
Yeah.
Where it was like had a missile part that would like shoot out of his arm or something.
Of course, yeah. Or my favorite webbing was the Toy Biz. Was it Toy Biz Venom? Where you would, or no, it was symbiote suit Spider-Man, and you had that little. You had a pull-out chest piece that had like a tape measurer webbing that came out of his chest, and then like slowly went back into him.
Yeah. I don't remember who made that. Like, what was that from? The animated series?
No, I believe that was just a Toy Biz figure.
Like prior to all that?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Oh wow, I'll have to look that up after.
Unless I'm mistaken, and it was maybe a slim. I don't know now.
That
one of
like
the action features had like you'd pull out the webbing or the symbiote, and then it would wind itself back into the chest. What
was like it made of? Like a
clear like a thicker plastic, like tape, as it were.
Plastic. Yeah, and it would roll up.
It would roll back up into him. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I will Google that during our break and find out. So those are the two figures. I don't know if we're going to get anyone else. Obviously, there are more villains in this movie. There's Scorpion. In the kids line, let's see if I can find where I put those guys. Here we go. So in the kids line, the action verse, you get Hero Spider-Man. Here's your Scorpion. Now, I feel like this is what Scorpion looked like before everyone got mad at the way his tail looks, and they changed it in the movie. Because I think it looks a little different. It doesn't look so much like piping, like with the holes between it. It looks more like an actual, like in the comic. But maybe I'm wrong. Oh. Maybe it's just the way this is designed. I don't like this version of Scorpion. This is like, they made it too realistic. Like, I feel like a Scorpion's a character you have to have fun with and make it more comic accurate. Yeah, I don't like this at all.
I feel like that's where Scorpion, and this is hearkening back to one of my most favorite insults lately that was hurled at us. And I'd never heard it before. And, we obviously, our knowledge of Marvel and DC, it just goes back to the animated cartoons, and specifically the ones from the 90s. But there was some user last week or a couple weeks ago, they called us a casual, and that was it. Not a casual fan, not a casual...
Just a casual.
Just a casual. You're a casual. And it's like, I feel like, this just going back, and I'm sure there's like the Ultimates version of Scorpion. There's the Gamerverse versions of Scorpion, where he's a little bit more mechanical. There's the Sony version of like Rhino. He's a little bit more how it would look in a practical sense, from like an in-universe, not an in-universe, but like an actual like practical means. In reality. So I feel like that's where they're drawing. But like you, I would much rather see a little bit more animated version, a little bit more cartoonish version of Scorpion, because I don't feel like he is the most serious of characters that we've seen in Spider-Man's rogues gallery, as it were.
I feel like all of Spider-Man's villains end up looking like this in the Sonyverse. Like, didn't Shocker just look like some guy, and then
Shocker was just a
big
thug,
mechanical arm thing.
Yeah, and then
Well, this is just a thug too. It's disappointing. It's disappointing to me. What if they have a reason for it? It's fine. But again, this is a comic book movie. I think we've moved past the point of like trying to make we're not doing black leather X-Men anymore. Like,
True.
just do it. Make it look like the comic. What are you doing? This kid. They're shooting this photo of this kid holding the toy. They're like, all right, be really excited about this. And he's like, this toy?
It's like how my kids pose with toys if you give them direction. It's like, all right, here you go. Awkward kids smile time.
That's why some kids are good actors, because like most kids, if you tell them to smile on cue, you get that weird. Like they don't know how to real smile. They get the like am I doing
teeth?
it?
Yeah, am I doing it? Yeah, they don't
Show
have
all your
that.
teeth.
Right.
Here's Hulk from Actionverse. He comes with some. What is this? I thought this was a chainsaw at first.
Everything's got gamma radiation, and it's all rubble. It looks like.
Oh, I guess that's what. And some chains around his
It's
leg.
a couple inanimate carbon rods on the sprue. Who knows?
It is, yeah. God bless that rod.
Oh,
I was one of Actionverse's biggest. That's what it is. Cheerleaders in the beginning, but I will say. I can't. I know it's for kids. I know it's for kids. And my kid actually does like he got the Captain America Actionverse and he does carry it around. So, but I feel like you could stick any. Like it was the first Captain America action figure he saw. I feel like it could be any. It doesn't. It's not specifically. He doesn't use like the little extra pieces. Mm-hmm. He just has Cap and his shield. I don't know. Like I don't know actually. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe kids love this extra junk that you can put in the holes in the figures.
Yeah.
I just don't see it. I'm just not seeing it like in my house. My kid doesn't like that. He just likes it being a good toy. And you're completely removing the adult market from these because I just don't like them. But I did want to like them. So, so it's not like I was against them from the start. I've just grown to dislike them. I've grown to dislike them. And then I saw the Mando set. Have you seen that one on shelves yet?
No.
With baby.
I've seen pictures online. Obviously, I just with me and shopping in a physical store at this point, I really have a hard time doing it because it's either all picked over, or all stolen, or I'm just trying to find something for the child. Yeah, I sent you that video of my Target walk.
Oh,
where everything was just opened and it was just like a wasteland of like pillaged product. Nice. It was bad.
Man, what happened?
I don't know.
I move away and everything goes to hell.
We left and I was recounting as it was my wife and my son and I was like, 15 years ago when that Target was in its prime, I could just walk in and everything would be organized and there would be none of this
so nice
terrible mess.
Is this the national one?
No, I won't even step foot in that one. Forget about it.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Which one is this? Leominster.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember. I guess I remember when it was built because that whole area up there was like a new development.
Right, and it was tough to find at first.
That's
it was tough to find. Off
yeah,
of
it's
the
like
highway.
back. You go by the Johnny Appleseed sign.
Yes.
And then up. It's probably hard in the winter because it's a lot of hills.
Right. Yeah, it's easy now.
But that's right by the Toys R Us that used to be there.
Oh,
memories.
That Toys R Us is I think a failing trampoline park at this point.
Yeah. Not even a successful one.
No.
The ghost of Jeffrey still haunts it. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh man. Let's see if I can find anything else to talk about before the break.
That was quick.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, wow.
It was a quick half hour.
Yeah. Wow.
All right. Well, we'll take a quick break. I'll try to look up that Spider-Man, and we will be right back. So before the break, we were mentioning this black suit Spider-Man with the what do they call it? This is from the animated series, so that purple card. And yeah, it had a thing in its chest. You would pull it out, and then you would hold the toy up here, and it was sort of like a reverse zip line. The toy would, recede, it would just go up because the whatever was inside him was pulling up the
right.
there's definitely a word. We're both searching for the word that you
would
used.
retract. Yeah.
Retract. There you
Yes.
go. Retract.
Yes, it's called web action, is what they wanted to call it.
Oh, there you go. I can't think of another instance of this action feature being used.
No, I mean it's an
unique.
older. I mean it's an older type. I mean it's an older type like wind up feature where you would actually like a walk. You'd have like the robot, or you'd have somebody marching or somebody walking, and you'd pull the string, and then they would follow the string back to its central point, which was like your finger. So that's I mean it's old toy technology, but you don't see it nowadays.
Just because it's old doesn't mean it's bad, though.
No, of course not.
Cool,
of course,
that's pretty cool. Because you get like they always did the grappling hook, and sometimes they would have it so that the string would feed through like whatever, like the gauntlet on his arm or something. But you would have to pull it. But this would do it for you. I wonder if it broke a lot. Maybe that's why they didn't keep using it. Whatever function inside him would just break down.
No, I feel like with Toy Biz Spider-Man and X-Men, that was when, like, outside of Star Wars, but Toy Biz Spider-Man, Toy Biz X-Men is when I started to like display my figures as I do currently. That was the origin toy, as it were, where they weren't just like boxed away and the accessories strewn all over. This was when I was collecting them and buying them, but also I had a case and I started displaying them in the display case.
I remember I must have got the idea from you to do the cases, because I remember wanting to find a glass case, and it that's not just something like they didn't have IKEA glass cases like they did a few years ago. Like that wasn't a thing you could get. So I ended up getting a bookcase that had doors that would like pull out and then up, and then you could put them in, but they would you wouldn't see the door. But it had a trim around it, so it wasn't like great for displaying. But it was the closest I could get to what you had, because you had like trophy cases. Like I have I still have them. In like high schools, you would have like it was just all glass. There was nothing blocking your view.
All glass with a sliding glass door and a key that you had to use to unlock it. Yep. It was a key entry. Yeah. I think I got that from the library. That was me when we would have, because the library would always do a monthly display in one of their cases. So when we moved to town, I was like, I want to do a Star Wars case, and I did a Star Wars case with what I currently had, which was prior to the 1995 Power of the Force line. So I wanted to put some of the special ones, and my mom was like, "No, we've got duplicates. We'll put those in because we don't want you losing." She's like, well, I want to put in like some of the last 17 versions. She's like, absolutely not. I was like, okay.
Someone else.
And that was when like I met that Star Wars friend, I think that we both had at a time, who did their hair up like Darth Maul for the Phantom Menace premiere.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that? We had a big time Star Wars fan friend.
What's his first initial?
M.
What? I don't know.
And
what was his second initial?
The last name initial was V.
I don't know. I don't remember.
And if I were to find two rhyming words, it would rhyme with bike Ditka.
Oh. That's I know that name, but I can't even remember him being our friend.
He was a casual acquaintance of mine, but he was more of a friend of yours.
What?
I think he was a grade above us, but you became his friend for other reasons. And I don't know if it was like
at all.
No? Oh, that's funny. He was like a friend more so of yours through like the newspaper or whatever you were doing at the time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will do some Googling after this, and maybe I will. I can't even
Google
picture
away.
I can't even picture it. That's so funny that he was the biggest Star Wars guy. All right. Well, very good. I guess we could have just. I thought you were talking about someone else who I think actually listens, but no. Yeah. I'm just looking at the back of the card here for this Black Spider-Man, and I know this wasn't one series. They just showed off every unique character. So they have the Chameleon, Mysterio, the Prowler, Venom 2, Shocker, web armor Spider-Man, Scorpion, and then Rhino and Green Goblin. I'm like, damn, that is a murderer's row of action figures back in the day. Like, that's all you needed for these versions of them. And then they showed the Spider-Man playset, which was this cardboard monstrosity. The middle part was Daily Bugle.
That was just terrible to build. I have it stored away properly with all of its parts.
These little corner posts that would not hold the cardboard together at all.
How about the little rectangular tabs that you had to stick into the pins to secure the cardboard into the frame?
It's so bad.
It came with a trash can.
The trash can always reminded me of the trap from the Firehouse Ghostbusters, and I think I still have it around here somewhere. But it came with like two separate, like, I don't know if they're supposed to be buildings or just like different pieces, and one had like a water tower, but you would put slime in it, ooze, whatever they called it, probably venom slime.
It was like a venom slime, but it was green.
Yeah. But then the other one had an accordion, like it was supposed to be a giant Doc Ock claw, I guess.
Yes.
And that was my favorite. I always loved like the accordion arm thing. I thought that was so fun. And then it had two, I guess they were supposed to be gargoyles at the top of the building with footholes or like pegs, so you could slip the figures in there, but then it would fall. Like they were like, here we go. Whee!
Yeah, right.
And then the very middle had this red just like thing, and then it had a rope that would come out, a string, and it would retract, and you could put your Spider-Man on it, and it was like he was crawling up the Daily Bugle.
Of course.
So minutes of fun. You'd finally get it together, and then it would fall apart. But at least they tried. It had a floor. They printed out a floor design.
When I have the time, it's going to be an afternoon build, because I have it literally like 10 feet from me right now. And I have all the pieces, because it was such a pain in the ass to put together. And it was like, what parent wants to put this together on a regular basis or keep it together? So I think it was assembled.
Mine.
It was assembled. That makes sense to me. It was assembled one time for me, and then it was boxed away. So I need to move it to a more secure, less kind of bad box, to a more preservation box, as it were.
I wonder what that goes for. Like, if people want
decent
that,
money,
it's probably hard to find.
So. Yeah,
it's probably hard to find, like, in good condition.
Sure.
Yeah, I think I taped it or glued it because it would not stay together. Like, it was poorly designed. I don't know what they were. They wanted it to fall apart. They're like, maybe they'll buy 3. We keep getting them to buy more and more. One other. I don't know where this was revealed. I feel like there was a show in Mexico. Does that sound right? That they did a toy show?
That sounds about right.
Comic-Con or something. There's something going on this weekend. Spider-Man Noir. I think the show is actually going to call it just Spider Noir. Like, they couldn't use Spider-Man for some reason. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on there. But I think this is based on the show that's coming out with Nick Cage. I could be incorrect, and this is just like the comic version.
I think it's just the comic version. I think it was confirmed.
It's just the comic version?
That it is not the show version. It is just the
there you go.
The comic version of.
Maybe that makes for a better toy. It looks nice. It's if you know what Spider Noir looks like, that's what it looks like. It has a fun grappling. We were just talking about grappling hook, but this is the grappling hook gun. I don't think the hook comes out, though. That would be amazing.
So I think they just announced some of the villains. I mean, not so much the villains, but they showed the look of some of the villains that we're getting in the show.
Oh, who?
Yeah, we're getting. I mean, this is spoiler territory if you haven't seen it, but I believe we're getting Silvermane. We're getting Tombstone.
Hey.
And then we're getting one other. We're getting one other friend. Well, that's the other thing too, because it seems like there was a Lego set, and always Lego's very good about spoiling the movie.
Yes,
Tombstone is also in the Brand New Day, or the Brand New Day movie as well.
Well, that's confusing. You can't do that,
right? Too many tombstones.
No. Too many tombstones.
Too many tombstones.
That's what I always wonder when I drive by a graveyard. I was like, where are we going to keep burying people? We got no space left. Are they doing double-decker burials now?
I spent time in one today, and they ran out after 800 people, and that was back in the 1800s. They were like, we got to have a new cemetery. Well, at the time, land was plentiful, so it was like, just build a new one.
At the time, yeah. Times are a-changing. Too many people.
The Walmart's too small. Well, let's make a bigger one. Let's make a bigger Walmart. let's make the biggest Walmart. Did you
Are there
imagine the
any
biggest
two-story
Walmart?
Walmarts? I mean, it wouldn't be exciting. 'Cause it's
I
like,
wouldn't
what
be
would it
excited.
filled with? It would be just like a really
certainly
big
not
supermarket.
cashiers. Forget that.
No. I don't like going to human cashiers. I like self-checkout. Although I do always feel like I'm...
Oh, it's terrible.
Really? I've not. That is not my experience.
Well, here's the experience. It's like you have all these physical registers that aren't being used, and then you just have the six self scans that you're forcing people to funnel into, but you have all this wasted space, and it's like, where is everybody? Obviously, they're working, but where are they working?
Well, they're not trained to be cashiers. They're trained to
Shop,
to restock things and move stuff around. Like that's a skill. They don't want to train.
Right.
They don't want to pay people to do that.
They don't want to pay people to touch the money.
No, but they do want to pay people to harass you and be like, "Let me see your receipts. Did you buy all these things? Let me check it one by one."
Hasn't happened in a while for me, so thankfully
They're
I
not
don't have any
checking
stories about. No,
Oh.
no.
I happily show them the thing, but I do always because sometimes you scan stuff and like the way you put things down and then you move it around, you forget. It is a fear that they're gonna be like, "Sir, like you didn't scan that." I'm be like, "Well, I forgot." Is it a crime to forget?
That happened to my wife at BJ's. She forgot to scan something, and they did check because they check everything.
Well, BJ's, and Costco, that's the whole
yeah.
deal. Yeah.
My big. I haven't done it yet, but I'm always trying to play whether I want to do it. I want to text myself my receipt from Walmart and then see how I would react if I just walked through.
How would you do it? Or email? And it's like it didn't come through yet. What do you want from me?
The email.
What do you want me to do?
Right?
I don't know.
I'm like, what are you gonna hold me here until
never.
you can't see my email? How dare you?
What
right?
percentage of people do that? Like
That
zero?
print
Like,
it,
why would
print
you
it
risk
or
that?
email it? I know it's weird. It's an odd,
No.
but I'm always thinking about.
And then you have
what
to
would I
type
do?
in your email. Get out of here. Nobody's choosing that. It probably doesn't even work. It's like, did you mean print? Like, no.
Yeah. What did you do? What?
Actually, the only place I've ever entered my email was Five Below because it said it would send me a 10% off coupon, which I have and I just have never used. I don't think I've been back to a Five Below since.
I went to a Five Below this past weekend. I found the Ellie Sattler troll, and my son's on a Mario kick, so he got a Goomba.
Okay.
And then they just had a guy up there who's like, "Hey, you want to save 10%? Just put your email in, and I'll scan this for you." And he just had the coupon there. I was like,
"Oh, he just had
perfect.
it. That's nice."
Yeah, he just had it.
Yeah.
So I saved $1. I spent $10. But then the guy next to me was like, "Hey, just put your email in, and I will I'll let you use this coupon." He was like, "No, thank you." And I was like, "All right, dude."
That's usually me. Or
he just had a bag
numbers.
of candy.
I don't want. They don't need my phone. I get so much spam phone message text. Like, I've just started giving it out to whoever wants it because it's easier if they have to look up your account. Because I used to give a fake number. Or I had a Google number, Google phone, but I let it lapse because I wasn't using it. So I was like, I'm just like, whatever. I'm screening I'm not answering any call I get. So what does it matter if it's one more? I don't even care.
Right, I don't know it. It's my favorite thing to do is hit decline. It's like, I don't know that. They'll leave a message. And if they don't, they don't. And I'll delete that too. I won't even listen to it.
I'll just see the transcription. I don't even. Absolutely don't listen to it. I have to click into it to mark as spam, but that doesn't matter because they use spoof phone numbers. So every number you're getting, it's like they can't call me again. It's like, oh, called with a different number. They've thought this one through. All right, let's talk about that. So, Bull Airs. What do you know about Bull Airs, Bill?
I know they make some really good-looking shoes. I think they've branched out and they do different apparel accessories. They have small run releases. They're always looking really good. They look like a sharp company. I think didn't you just mention that they were kind of getting into action figures? They have that dinosaur coming out or something.
They at whatever the last thing was, Toy Fair convention. They showed off
Toy Fair.
It was Toy Fair, right? Yeah,
it was Toy Fair. Yeah, it was Toy Fair.
They're gonna do a Kickstarter coming up this year for Chuck E. Cheese, an action figure based on one of not the first, look of Chuck E. Cheese with the cigar, but like one of the still the earlier versions, not the current day Chuck E. Cheese. That's going to be a Kickstarter. And then yes, the Denver the dinosaur. They're doing
Denver. I wanted to call him Danny. I don't know why.
I was the Dizzy dinosaur. I want an action figure of that. I'm gonna do an action figure line of the game pieces that came with things.
Yes.
You know, like
that should be it.
Rat Trap or Mouse Trap.
It should be Mythic Legions, but then Mythic Legions articulation and style, but then just the character faces of like Hungry Hippos.
Yes, that is
right.
I think Collector 77 has actually done that before. That is exactly what I would like. That is something I would collect. That sounds great. And then their name Bull Airs, I imagine, is some sort of play on Air Jordan, who Michael Jordan played for the Bulls. Do we think that is what that is, or am I just making something up there? Famously he has a shoe.
Yes.
That seems right. Like, right? I don't know. I don't actually know that to be true. I'm just making that up. So anyways, we, like you said, they seem very cool. I don't know how big this company is. It could literally just be that one guy that we communicate with. But he asked us if we would like to help promote an upcoming May the 4th promotion. And I said, that's great. I love Star Wars. And he said, shut up. He said, don't you dare say another word. I was like, what are you talking about? I'm just talking about Star Wars. No, shut up. So these are shoes celebrating a random day in May. Yep. Your favorite characters from another galaxy a long time ago. Don't worry about it.
From a very iconic space opera.
A very spacey time with family. Yep. It's a tight knit group. Maybe there's a dad and some twins. Don't worry about it. So here, for example, these are some nice shoes. They're a little fuzzy, and they're called Fuzzball Steers. Ooh, that's nice. This for this part of the show, I need you to watch the YouTube channel or watch the TikTok, because you're not going to get anything out of this if you're just listening. Because I can't be like, it looks like this, because I can't say it. I can't say it. Which is weird, because last week we talked about ramen toys and how they are doing the Knight Rider car kit. Mm-hmm. And we're saying that this is like a licensed thing through Factory Entertainment, but usually ramen is known for third-party stuff. Bull Airs, they do license stuff, but I guess this is not one of those properties that is licensed, because we're not allowed to say, we're not allowed to say it. Right. So that, I don't know, I guess, whatever. I don't know if this is like them trying to like be like, hey, look, we could do this, but it's okay. Oh, these are really nice. This is Pilot Toros. Now, what is Toro? What is he trying to say here with Toro? Oh, bull. Okay. Bull. But why? I don't know.
Because it's Bull Airs.
I get you. I thought it would be something more specific to like Red Leader or something, but no, that's
no.
These look cool.
Shoes.
The other thing is, have you ever noticed someone's shoes?
I feel
I can't think of a single time. I was like, ooh, shoes.
I haven't been to like the club scene, and I feel like the shoe game is. Well, yeah, I think when you want to dress.
It's so dark.
Well, here's what I feel like. Up here it snows and there's salt, and I feel like people like their cars. They don't take their best car out during the winter time. So I feel like they would worry about taking out their finest shoe. Yeah. But these are nice. These are definitely something you want to show off. Shoe off.
I feel like if these were shoe off, sure. If these were like how Mini Brands does the shoes, I would display these. These would be cool. But I would not, like, I don't need these full size because I'm not going to wear them. I would be afraid. I would be afraid to wear them. Are they for wearing? They're like real shoes? They have like little bibs and bobs on them. I'm afraid they would fall off.
I would love to see if Bull Airs could get so successful that they do a collaboration with McDonald's. Kind of like how they do the Crocs.
Oh, I mean, I feel like that could happen. I feel like
the adult Happy Meal.
If they could do these
McDonald's
faraway galaxy shoes, I feel like they could just do them. What would they call them? They would call them like burger shoes.
No, I mean like a legitimate collaboration. Shoes. I don't even mean
I understand.
like... Yeah.
But maybe they can do better product if it's not. Here's Hunter's short horns. This is, you wear that to the movie coming out this summer. That's a good look for that. Let's see. There's a lot of them. There's so many of them. It's just
There are
like
a lot.
It's a wild thing. Here are Phantom Lord. Okay, that's funny. That's like Dollar Tree's version. Like when the first prequel came out, you went to the Dollar Tree and they're like, "Do you have any toys from the movie?" Yeah, here's Phantom Lord. Oh,
Right.
He comes with a double-edged sword. That's cool.
This is the bootleg character names. It's the Phantom Lord.
There's also a jacket. Well, that's cool. The jacket is really amazing. Got the spikes coming out of the hood. I like jackets with hoods. It's like a leather jacket. Here's another version with the eyeball right there. That's crazy. These are too good to wear. Dark Solo and Red Guard. Oh, your shoe has a cape. I want my shoes to have capes. That's cool. That's wild. Oh, I didn't notice this before, but their like logo emblem is like a reverse Nike swoosh, so it looks like a horn. That's really funny. I hadn't noticed that before. Look at that. There's a lot in this. Like the design of these are amazing.
See,
this is my favorite.
That's how they get you. That's how they get you.
These are a pair of shoes, but each one is different because and you have a chain connected them. So it's like shoes prisoner. You can't say slave shoe. You have to say shoes prisoner.
Right.
This is actually amazing. I would love to own these, and I would not wear them, especially with the chain connecting them. I feel like I would fall if I had a chain connecting my two shoes. But
at least it's a matching
design.
shoe and not like a heel. Like it's not.
Oh, that would be funny. Or it's like a sandal. Well, I guess it's supposed to look like a sandal, but it's a shoe. And then I guess they have, these are the high top and then these are like the low top, or is this just a different? Yeah, this is a different one. Huh. I have trouble buying shoes because like I don't want to spend a lot of money, but also like I go through them so fast. I just like keep buying the same shoe from Amazon. Look at this nice jacket. What is the name? What are they calling this jacket? I don't even see. That was great promotion for these. Is this one called like shot first shoe? This one, shot first. Or what's the thing he says now? Like Utuni or Korki? You know how they added him saying some these are McClunkies. These are McClunkies. Yeah. McClunkies. That's even probably too close. And there's something where if you buy two, you get a free glow in the dark pair. So here you go. Now that I know that the emblem here is like a horn, but also like a play on the swoosh. I like these a lot. So there you go. I hope you appreciated that. That was good.
I always like looking at Belair's product. Again, I'm not by any means a shoe guy, but I can appreciate the art and the craftsmanship.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, 100%, 1,000,000%, 100,000,000%. All right, well, we're doing things that people asked us to do. Let's take a look at this. Clayface is a movie that's coming out this year. Is that right? I guess so. So
I want to say it's this year. Yeah.
You might be saying to yourself, okay, so they're going down the road of doing like Batman's villains before they even have a Batman yet. That's kind of weird. Mm-hmm. It even mentions Batman in the like description here. I don't know about that, but whatever. It's a movie. It's made. Clayface is a fun character. We've never seen him in film before. So they're gonna try it. This is being described by James Gunn as a horror film,
a body horror film. As it were.
He loves that. He got his start in Trauma. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, and then he did Slither, which is a very gross movie.
Yes,
Pam from The Office is in it, and his ex-wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
During happier times for them. All right, let's take a look at this teaser trailer. It's probably gonna be really loud right away. I'm gonna turn it down. Actually, I'll make it really soft first, and then you can let me know.
Thank you. Yeah, because I don't like going like that.
Is it working? Can you hear it? My thing broke. Hold on. Is it working? Oh, there it is. All right, I'm gonna start again. Here we go.
So right off the bat, it's very graphic for a teaser trailer. Like, I'd be worried I'm in the theater with my kids right away and being like,
yeah,
how do I explain this to my child? We're just here to see the Mandalorian and Grogu.
Okay, so he's in a hospital bed, sort of like Two-Face from Dark Knight, and then we're getting flashbacks, I guess, to his past life. Oh, someone's cutting him.
Yeah.
Gross. Oh, now there was a flash of him with something like flashes
Just like
of some other stuff.
injecting. Yeah, he's got that.
Oh, reflection. Oh, his face is weird in the
It's
reflection.
morphing. Ooh.
He's running. Oh God, his mouth is
That
going
mouth,
away. There's a clown.
That Matrix
Says,
style
"Look."
mouth thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep. Oh, his eye is missing. There's a woman, a boat, another woman. Oh, he punched a mirror. That's never good. It says Gotham Police. Oh, the shadow looked like he made his hand a club.
Yes, the
He's in the
famous mace, the famous spiked
All right, he's
mace.
taking
that
a shower.
Clayface
Oh,
made.
he rubbed his face away. Like the question. Oh God. Well, that's horrifying.
So
That was great.
pretty spooky stuff for a teaser trailer.
Yeah.
I think this is
Hey kids,
the,
we got a
the
new
Matt
Batman
Hagen
trailer. Whoa.
the Matt Hagen version of Clayface.
Is that the
that you
version
and I-
that was in the animated series?
It was.
Oh, good.
I'm trying to remember what they called because he was an aging. Did he have an accident? He had an accident, and he was
an actor.
He was an actor. He had a bad accident, and he had that cream.
Yeah.
And the
to make
cream
him
was
young.
expensive, but then remember he went to steal some, and the goons that were in charge of they just poured it all down his mouth and dropped him off. Subject matter that you and I as 9-year-olds should never have watched.
But it was animated, so it was fine.
But it was animated,
It was
yeah.
fine.
And it was
It was
all
fine. It was
silhouetted.
cartoons.
It was all silhouetted.
It was all silhouetted, yeah. It was implied. Yeah.
It was implied that he ingested all
I
of
will
the,
say,
the rejuvenation serum, as it were.
I will say, if James Gunn would like to base his entire Batman universe after the animated series, I'm 100% on board with that. I'm 100% on board with that. Because it's perfect, because the Batman the animated series universe was kind of supposed to be a continuation of Batman Returns. Am I wrong?
I don't know if you're necessarily right.
At least inspired by?
Well, I mean, plenty of the
came
Rogues
after.
Gallery was. It did. Plenty of the Rogues Gallery was still in it. If we had, I don't know. That's tough to say.
I feel like Catwoman looked sort of like that. They had it, and then Penguin, I feel like, looked a little bit like that.
Not.
I don't know. That was always the impression. That was always the impression I had.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Maybe I'm just making that up.
I think
Maybe
you
that's
are.
a Mandela effect kind of thing. But I did always think that was sort of it was at least being more adult. But that's fine. That's fine. Never mind. Well, now the show's over. I'm mad that you disagree.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's keep going.
No, I never felt.
We got
that
a lot
way.
to talk about.
It's fresh Batman.
We got a lot to
to me.
talk about. Ross, this is a headline. This was in, let's see, I'm going to move my window over and see if it breaks everything again. This was USA Today headline. Ross will test raising prices, monitor customer impacts. Executives say, well, it seems to me that companies never learn their lesson. It seems like this is always the play. Draw them in with cheap toys and then jack up the price. And then guess what? We're only there for the cheap toys. And if you don't have cheap toys, we're not there. So you can charge retail for the toys we saw at retail last year. But why would we buy them now? What are you thinking, Ross? Ross, you're always my least favorite friends.
That's a wild headline to just assume and be like, yeah. They're going to monitor the customer impact. So it's you monitor the decline of your money coming in immediately.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, people have stopped coming. Well, I don't know. Because obviously now collectors have been trained, RossCon, immediately. You see Hasbro put something out and you're like, it's too much. I'm going to wait until it's at RossCon.
Right.
And then it's the holiday season. You stock up on all your stuff. And then even if you don't want it, I've definitely bought a bunch of He-Man toys that I'm like, well, $5, whatever. We'll see what we do later with them. If you start charging more for things, collectors probably will stop checking as often. And then maybe it's just moms buying stuff, and maybe moms don't, they aren't thinking about them being cheap. They're just like, my kid needs a toy. So I could see this working, but it's not going to work with the same demographic. You're going to lose those collectors looking for deals. But maybe that's okay for them. I don't know.
Maybe.
There was a time when Ross was not a viable toy option.
Do you remember that? Well, you never. It's not for you because you don't have a Ross.
It's not for me. I've been in one Ross my entire life, and that's it.
Yeah. Every Ross, no Ross. What is? How do I want to say this? No Ross. All Rosses are. No Ross is created equal. Is that what I'm trying to say? They're all different. There's good Ross and there's bad Ross. It really depends on your area too. Like if they think that there's going to be.
You want to say all Rosses aren't created equally is what you're trying to say.
All Rosses aren't created equal. There you go.
Yes.
That makes sense. Yeah, it's very profound. So fuck you, Ross. Oh shit! Oh fuck! We sweared. Fuck. Oh shit!
Stop.
Okay.
Ooh, damn it.
Well, that brings us to our review of the week. So, this review again 4 stars. So I don't even have to read this review. I said that I was only going to read 5-star reviews, but this one's 4 stars, and it said this is from Possum. The S's are 5s. Titled mostly funny.
I was trying to pronounce that. I was saying.
Po 55
55
I think it's Possum.
Po 55
Possum with S's was taken.
Yes,
it's like a
Possum.
license plate.
Yeah.
Titled mostly funny with a touch of cringe, but I feel like that's okay. That's the recipe.
Sure.
That's our recipe for the show.
Yeah.
Touch of cringe, a sprinkle of cringe. I really like this show, but every once in a while, I had to skip through a tirade with way too many GDs for my taste. And when I read this, I was like, is he talking about our high school? I was like, we don't talk about our high school. He's like, I can't hear that. But I do remember last week or the week before, you talked about getting that Back to the Future painting you thought at the yard sale. And you found out it was just a print. It was just, literally someone printed it at CVS or something like that.
Right.
And you dropped a few of them.
I guess in my anger. I was upset. I was very much worked up.
And
it wasn't even so much like a character or just a persona I was putting on. I still have yet to look at that. I was very upset that I wasted any money on this thing. And got excited.
I still say it's a nice frame. I still say you're
the frame's decent.
It's not too bad.
Right.
Yeah. So we also got technically this is a new review, but technically it's not because it's the same one that they left the other week, but they upped our stars to 5 and then they took out the part about changing the logo. So I'm going to read it cuz technically it's new.
That's a new. So yeah.
It's new. It's new to you.
It's a revised.
That's right. It's version 2. Yep.
Yes.
Rock and Rico, titled "So Stupid Is Great," and it says, "If you are missing this podcast, you are missing the most awesome and funny toys, collectors, and pop culture podcast on recent years. Don't change a bit of the show." There you go. That's much better. Don't leave your constructive criticism in the review. All positives in the review. That's how you write a good review. Yeah, but we'll still read it, even if it's bad. We're not ramen toys over here. Whatever you want to say. Did you check my Instagram this week? I was posting every negative thing people said because there were a lot of hot takes.
Oh, that was
I didn't
fun.
realize this was a hot take. I didn't realize this was a hot take when I said this. But last week I was talking about the Fraggles and I was actually applauding Boss Fight. And Boss Fight retweeted they reposted the video, so they liked it.
That's all that matters.
Feel free to send me all the Fraggles you want. What was that?
Yeah, I said that's all that matters. I mean,
that's all that matters. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I guess in a way.
I feel like what the
So,
company's
anyways,
doing.
in that video, in the second video, I was saying how I liked how they were selling these for half the price, and then they just sort of took out, they took out the extras. They took out the extra head. They took out the accessories. You're just getting the Fraggle, but that's all you really needed. I don't need Fraggle hands that are doing the Spider-Man. I don't need Fraggle hands that are flipping us off.
Yeah.
That's all I said. And the action figure community came out and said, we disagree respectfully. We disagree with you, and we think you're stupid, and you should not be allowed to speak. That is what they came out and said.
Not speaking for the community. You're taking us. You're taking us a step back. The community is suffering because of your opinion, Paul.
You're going down a path I can't follow. And then that's
right, because you're not properly articulated to do it, Paul. That's the thing.
That's right.
You lack the accessories.
I don't have hands.
To follow
I don't have following hands.
The right path.
Yeah, I don't have following hands. Yeah. But I lost my train of thought. So they want. But a lot of the people said that they want all the accessories, but they also want the toys to be half price. And I'm like, okay, well, I want my cake and I want to eat it too. Like that's how that works. Of course, if the extra accessories came at no extra price, of course I would want them. all the hands.
Oh.
But no, I think we overdo it with the hands sometimes. And then the heads, I am all for a head if the alternate expression is useful and different enough. But so often, especially with like Mattel WWE, I can't even tell the difference between the two heads. They look like it's the same head twice.
Oh, here's my perfect example, and I haven't even given the accessories to my son, because if you give a mouse a cookie, but if you give your kid an accessory, he's gonna lose it. So he had one that Alan the Alien Diamond Select Toys figure a few weeks back at the toy convention. And it came with a range of accessories for Alan the Alien. It came with another head portrait. It came with a rifle that he really can't hold well. It's very awkward. I let him have that. But then it comes with a bowl of soup or a bowl of food. And I'm like, what's the kid going to do with the bowl of food?
What's the kid going to do with it?
And it came with a couple of the secloids, the aliens. Sequids? Seclids? I don't know.
No, I don't know.
But it's like all stuff I'm not going to give the kid. I mean, it's...
Right.
I don't know. I don't want to display a figure with a bag of accessories. That's the problem.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that, because the Fraggles, the first set that comes with all the accessories, literally they give you a plastic bag. To put. I think some of them actually come in the plastic bag in the back of the box. Oh, and okay. I remember saying, like, on one hand, I appreciate this because I do have like my own little plastic bags here that I keep all my toys in, or my drugs if need be. But for it to come pre-plastic bag feels like weird to me. Like I was like, I feel like we're crossing a line, that we're going from, like there's a reason these are coming in the toy and I'm going to present them in the box, just like shoving them in the box in a bag. I'm like, okay, well, this really feels like an afterthought.
Well, we can even go as far as, so I've definitely adopted your enjoyment for blockies. I got the full Star Wars, what is it, the Champion class. They came up for Walmart last week.
He's always by my side.
And they're excellent model kits. I built the Stormtrooper first, and then built Luke Skywalker during dinner one night over at my parents'. But the amount of extras that he comes with, and I was like, and it's extras that the Stormtrooper didn't have. Which is just why I was like, there's all these extra pieces to have to keep track of. Hands and the piece to keep hands. The piece to keep his to hold the helmet and everything else like that.
Yep. And then the craziest thing to me is he comes with a stand, and the way it's engineered is there are pegs, but you have an alternate sole to the foot that has a hole in it that works with it, or you can put in a sole to the foot that doesn't have a peg hole if you don't want it.
Right.
And I think I have the non. Although the heels have holes, so now I don't know. But no, I think it's a separate piece because the heels pop out. Piece.
Yes.
Yeah. That's too much detail. You went too far this time, Blockies. I can almost forgive it more if it's a kit like this, because this is it's not presented as an action figure. It's a model kit. So you're going to end up with extra stuff. Even if it's trash, like there's going to be more stuff. So I feel like that's a little bit more forgivable.
Okay.
But like at the end of the day, I'm going to put it in a bag, and I'm going to toss it. I'm going to forget about it. Like I'm not switching the pieces out. And then the other community that came out against me was the action figure photography community, who was like, no, we need these extra pieces to create our scenes. We need it to be immersive. And yes, 100%. I understand 100%. But also, I don't know, like, I know you're using Photoshop for these photos, and I know that you could just manipulate the photo. You don't actually have to have a hand. Like, you could just make a hand, take a hand from another photo, or use AI, and then you could do it. So I don't want to hear that either.
Right.
Sir or madam.
It always makes me laugh how you edit some of these, because obviously you were coming from a point where you liked what Boss Fight was doing by removing the accessories and making an economy-based figure for the masses.
A poor,
and I think that's
poor
where
economy.
Yeah, but that's where you were getting
bad
at.
economy
You had
yeah.
you enjoyed the tiered system where you had the premium that where you were allowed, but then also the impoverished or the money the money tight.
These are for the poors. These are the poor
poors.
Fraggles. Fraggles for the poors. For the children, sir.
Right. Like, you know, this is what they did.
That's how they should market it.
The Ross McFarlane DC figures. It was like, you can get...
Yeah.
You can spend $35 or you can spend $10 for the Ross version, which is pretty much the same. But that was the other end. Yeah. That was the other end of the story, was that you just basically wanted companies to create two versions, if as it were, or maybe even a third.
No. Honestly, I mean, that was your suggestion. You were like, you could do a deluxe version, or I just get rid of all of them. I just want the toy.
Okay.
For certain like we talked about Spider-Man earlier. Spider-Man has to come with different hands, but also Spider-Man should have to come with an unmasked head, and Hasbro's not giving us that. So we're already missing something that I feel like should be it should be included.
So we're going to go back to Toy Biz real quick with Spider-Man.
Toy Biz. Back to Toy Biz.
Toy Biz Spider-Man animated series. What were you doing with the included pin that came with the Spider-Man figures?
Oh my God, the pin. Well, first of all, you say pin, but it did not have like a pin back. It had a clip, a plastic clip.
Cheap plastic clip,
making it completely useless. This was the most useless included toy of all time.
I utilized it as almost like a photograph stand. I would open it, and then it would balance the back of the little pin.
Oh,
you would stand it up. Yeah,
it would stand up.
I would display it with
it wasn't
my
a
figures.
stand for the toy. The toy wasn't standing.
No,
up,
I would
so
make
little.
it so I would make it so it would stand up in front of the character.
Memory unlocked. Yeah, that is my most hated. Because that was like an extra value thing, because they didn't do it the entire run of the line. It was just for a time. But like that makes me think of other extra value things, like when G.I. Joe was including a miniature version, a pre-posed, non-articulated. Do you remember that?
I remember that, and it was Star Wars was big on doing it before they did. I think it was either before Build-A-Droid or... Remember they had the little holographic figures that they would pack in?
Yes. Yep.
Oh,
well, that's like Comtech and all that junk. Like that was supposed to be like extra value that would make you want to collect more, like collect characters that you otherwise wouldn't want, just to get all
or create a secondary collection, as it were. Yeah.
True. Yeah. But none of I feel like time and time again, none of that stuff moves the needle. And you know, maybe I'm wrong. If I am, give me an example. But I do feel like that always ends up not really being a big deal. I hated those pins. I hated them.
It's the stuff you find on the floor, and you're like, "Where the hell does this go?" Oh, the trash.
The trash. Yeah, it's one step above a McDonald's.
As an adult.
I mean, even as a kid, I don't know that I kept any of that. I definitely wasn't like, if I was storing accessories, I definitely wasn't including the pins in there.
I have all of mine.
So trash. Did they even call them pins? Were they even legally allowed to call them pins?
I don't know what they were calling them.
I wonder what the box called them. Now I'm curious about that. Tune in next week to find out. All right. Well, another update from last week. I talked about how Mattel is rolling out Jelly Roll into all of their WWE toy lines, including LJN, which is the most egregious. And I posted that the original lineup for Series 3 was... instead of having Jake the Snake and Jelly Roll, it was supposed to have CM Punk and Jey Uso. And I posted that, and Steve from Mattel commented, and he said that was only a fan lineup and that was never an official lineup. And I said, okay, well, that means confirmed for Series 4. But I wanted to be like, well, no shit, it's not a fan line, or no shit, Jelly Roll wasn't in the fan lineup. No fan wants Jelly Roll as an LJN action figure. Like, what are you guys doing? Even the wrestlers, like Ethan Page has a video where he was walking by the display and being like, what the hell is this guy doing in the toy line? No wrestling fan wants this Jelly Roll figure. Is the calculation that he's such a big star that people from outside the wrestling world will see this in Target and be like, "Oh, I know his music. I'm gonna buy him." Double buy, posing with a double buy. I want this on my shelf with all my records.
I just came here for peanut butter, but I'm also gonna buy this jelly roll.
And I'm gonna change my phone plan while I'm here.
Very good. Yes.
No phone guys at the Target I went to today. That was good. I think they've been there before.
Nothing today. My wife came up with a good idea for the phone guys after our trip to the pillaged phone Target. She said that they should utilize the phone guys to just run security and like deter people from.
Yeah.
Because what else are they doing? They're not doing anything. They could just be like, "Hey, don't do that." Oh.
Maybe they are undercover as phone guys, but really they're surveillance. They're like keeping an eye. Because it works the same way as like when there's an unmanned cop car parked on the road. Like you see a cop car, you're going to slow down, but there's no one in it. So like, but it works. So maybe they are just there to like make people think that like someone's watching them.
Oh, maybe.
Without actually being, it's cheaper. It's cheaper to stock them as phone technicians rather than security. Yeah, maybe Target's smarter than we thought they were.
Maybe my wife's smarter than I thought she was. Oh.
Who's smarter?
My wife. No, she definitely is.
The wives are smart. They're smart.
They're
smart cookies.
Yeah.
They're smart cookies. Yeah.
They are.
If your wife was a cookie, if your wife was a smart cookie, I'm going to say something with nuts in it because she's crazy.
Oh, okay.
No, for my wife. Your wife, I wouldn't say that.
No, she's kind of like...
on air, anyway.
She's kind of like a Thin Mint, maybe.
Oh, a Thin Mint. Delicious.
Mint. Yeah. Wonderful.
All right, moving on. I don't know where we were going with that.
So
I think this is actually... the next Thin. Speaking of Thin, this I think was from the Mexican toy show, not the whatever the Spider-Man. Although maybe they were both because it's Hasbro. I don't actually know. So this is from The Mandalorian and Grogu. Yes, that's correct. And this is just like a portly fellow from the Empire, and he's got a nice winter fabric coat, and he comes with a white mouse droid, which is delightful.
Arctic
canonically white
Arctic mouse droid or whatever it is.
Tires, he has winter tires with the treads on them. Oh, this is delightful. So this is just a portly, Empire, like it's the black suit they wear with the puffed out
the
pants.
Imperial officer. I think they're calling him a remnant Imperial warlord at this point. Is what he is.
There you go.
Yeah,
because the Empire doesn't exist currently. And
no, so he's just a warlord.
It'll just become the First Order. Now, I was playing around with in AI with this to try to, I made him like getting out of the shower. Because he, the fabric coat, the way he's taking it off made me think of like a towel, so I made that. And then I don't think it changed the face too much, but it made it more detailed, and it looked more like George Lucas in the version I had. So I kind of see like a really, at some point in his life, I think this might have looked like George Lucas. I don't, maybe add some glasses on there or something, but I don't know who's playing this character. You were trying to say it was someone from SNL. And I was like,
I believe it is. I believe I looked up who the actor is, and it was nobody from SNL.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not classically trained. The picture from the side of the box doesn't actually look like the toy. I don't know.
Right.
If they changed his face.
I don't even know how many. I don't even know how many Imperial warlords there are going to be in The Mandalorian Grogu. I keep thinking about that movie, and I'm trying to get some excitement. But at the same time, I keep thinking to myself, this was just supposed to be season 4. So is this what they would have done with, like, the Obi-Wan Kenobi show? You remember how Obi-Wan Kenobi was originally supposed to be a theatrical release, and then they had to put all that filler in to get
so this
to
is reverse.
8 episodes. This is the reverse.
It's just
this is taking
stuff. All the
this is taking all of the Bo-Katan stuff out.
Notes.
Anything that belonged to Carl Weathers, because he's obviously, rest in peace, passed away. All that, the pirates, everything like that's all taken out. Yeah. And it's just the eye candy. Just the Mandalorian, Grogu, and eye candy. And so I was like thinking to myself, I said, what's the runtime of this? And I believe it's 2 hours and 18 minutes. So I was like, how many episodes is that realistically? So it averages out, with it's an 8 episode run, it averages out to a 16-minute episode, which is essentially like 10 minutes shorter then the shortest episode that we had gotten, I believe it was season 1. Episode 2 was fairly short because it was kind of supposed to be like episode 1 and then episode 2 were together.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just feels like it's the condensed season 4. Like this would have been spread out completely with all the filler and all the who's who in the outer rim, and we just get our big names and a couple character friends throughout.
You know, when you put it that way, that's actually the most excited I've been about the Mandalorian and Grogu, where it's like the next season, but without the filler.
Right.
I think, you know what? I am.
You're sold. You're sold.
I am. I forget what we were saying. I am all the way. What is it?
You're full on. You're full on.
I'm full on for the Mandalorian and Grogu now.
There we go.
Because it's just going to be all the important beats, none of the filler. Oh, that's how they should be marketing this movie.
Yeah.
It's like, think of your favorite season of The Mandalorian, but none of that. There's no fucking Jack Black, no Jack Black storyline.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it takes away all those. No Mines of Mandalore. No wild.
None of that.
None of that.
Just straight up Mando and Grogu action. Mando on Grogu action.
Yeah, that's what you want.
And here's a chubby Imperial guy with a white mouse droid. Come on. Come on. You want this.
Get full
you know
on.
You do.
Get full on for the Mando and
Get full on with Mando and Grogu this summer. Only in theaters. And then on Disney Plus 8 weeks later. But pay for it. Pay like $20 to see it. Get the cup. Yes. Get the popcorn bucket. Well, there we go. I feel like Disney should hire us to do marketing, because we definitely would not have done that Super Bowl commercial with the Tauntauns. They definitely would not have done that. Or made it more obvious, at least. I don't know. They should have had... If Mando was drinking a beer, then I would have been like, oh, I get it. Wait a minute. I get it. How long has it been since they did the Clydesdales? I feel like kids wouldn't even get that reference.
I believe, north of us, I think they shut down the bottling plant that was north of Massachusetts, and that was where you could visit the Clydesdales, like the physical, actual Clydesdales, and they're gone now. I think they turned to glue. Yeah, they're glue.
They're also shutting down the Cape Cod chip factory in Cape Cod.
Yes, but that only accounted for about,
it was just for tours,
10%, if not less, of the total.
I was gonna say, because I didn't even think it was.
Cape Cod,
they were shut down on the weekend. I tried to go to get the tour, but it was shut down. It was closed.
I went on the tour once. It was a 10-minute tour. It was a walking tour. Of course, you got a little bag of chips at the end. It wasn't even, I don't think, manufactured. But yeah, it was kind of like it was kind of like going through It's a Small World, where everything was like a little vignette. It was like, this is how chips are made for you.
Is there a YouTube video of it?
Probably.
Is it like Jurassic Park? Now that's a dinosaur. That's a potato chip. I would love that. Oh, was there a little chip mascot? You buy like a rubber version of him, like as a toy.
That's a good question.
I love
you got it. Kettle chip DNA.
You've got that, but we filled in the holes with some mosquitoes. That's right. You got frog DNA in there now in your chips.
Those chips were suspended in amber.
That's our new flavor. Suspended in amber and salt and vinegar.
Tasty.
Taste the amber.
But yeah.
Very quickly, I forgot to mention this when we were talking about the Hulk and Spider-Man. Yeah. Oh, you want to?
No. It was just more Cape Cod chip factory stuff. No, I'm good. I'm done.
Okay.
Don't go to Cape Cod expecting to see chips. Don't do it.
Oh.
No, I feel like I take it back. I feel like at this point, so like Cape Cod chips.
Yeah.
You know, they were all the rage back when they were the only kettle chip in town. And I think I think there are better kettle chips and better kettle chip companies with better variety at this point. No, not at all. I had a delicious kettle chip a couple weeks ago, and it was salt and balsamic vinegar, and it was made by just the Kettle Company, which was fantastic.
You're gonna get kicked out of New England, buddy.
That's fine. That's fine.
No, New England doesn't get rid of anyone. Even if you're a head coach and you cheat on your wife with a reporter, you get to stay. You get to keep your job forever. If you get them to the Super Bowl, you can do whatever you want. Whatever you want.
At least with that team.
You want. Yeah. So anyways, very quickly, Rocco the Great, is he so great? He thinks he's great. He posted this, and I thought, I wish I thought of this. This is that brand new day Hulk, and then this is the villain from The Mask when he puts on the mask,
Yes,
and they
Damien.
look very similar. Damien, someone needs to make this figure and put the Hulk head on. Is there a tuxedo?
Why not?
Like a big
yeah,
Hulk?
there's Tuxedo Hulk. Just do that.
There's tuxedo. Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
They came
Joe
with
Fix It.
Wolverine. Perfect.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that figure already exists.
It does.
Love it. Love it. There you go. Love it.
Solving our own problems here. What else we got? This is fun.
Ooh,
it's too much.
This is fun. They're doing a 2-back with Daredevil and Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones just revealed to be coming back, I think, to the MCU. So a brand new sculpt, 2 heads.
The episode's already out, I think, with her in it.
Well, I didn't watch it, so it's new to me.
I don't watch it either. Sure.
I can't get it.
You're casual. I get it. You're casual.
I'm a casual. What do you want from me? I'm casual. It's not the Fox cartoon. Oh, X-Men 97 is going to start being a yearly thing, according to something I read. The headline. I didn't read the actual story, but let's hope that's true. So here's Daredevil in his black costume, looking real mean, and Jessica Jones, 2 heads. One little beat up, the other one's sort of smiling. She comes with a DSLR camera, maybe a phone, cup of coffee, some alternate hands, including the very important swiping her bangs out of her eyes hand that they have displayed here. Very important for any female figure to have.
She's also holding a phone, I think. Isn't she also holding a phone?
I said phone, right? Is she?
I know,
she
but in
doesn't
that
have the
photo,
phone in this.
She does. I can see it in her
Oh,
hand.
she's talking on the phone. I thought she was swiping her hair out of her eyes, but she was talking on the phone. Who talks on a phone like that? You definitely just hold it in front of you and you have it on speaker.
It's the same.
Nobody
It's the
puts
same
it up to
person
their
that's
ear.
holding the camera like that too. I guess that's just how she does things.
The camera, she doesn't even look through the viewfinder on the camera. She just wants the camera next to her. She's like, I need my eyes to see.
Holding it
I'm so linked up with this camera.
Goddamn bazooka.
This is like she takes the photo and then she can't believe what she took and she looks to the side and she's like, did I really see what I just saw? Right. I like the pants because they must be 2 pieces because they're like the crazy giant holes on the knees, and they're like, you see inside the pant. There's I don't know how they're doing that, but it must be an extra
layering
piece.
to it, right?
Yeah, some layering to it. So this is a good figure. I'm trying to think of this would be a good custom base for any really if just someone has bad genes, I guess. But I don't know. That's so funny. I thought she was just there, but no, she's talking on the phone. That scared me.
You take the phone out of her hand and she's swiping her hair.
There you go. That's what I will actually do with it. Yeah.
Yeah, just take the phone out of her hand.
McFarlane, the funny thing with McFarlane is they've showed off some figures, and it's DC characters that I don't know because it's not the Justice League. I don't know who these people are.
Of course.
Here is really a character named Bronze Tiger from New 52, and I looked at you showed this to me, and I think who did you say it looked like?
I thought it looked like Titus Andromedon from the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
I can see that, but for me, it looked like the Catwoman. The lady who got plastic surgery, and she looks like a cat, kind of. Yeah, that's what I saw. And then there was, let's see, where is it? There was another figure. Here it is, and this is Black Condor, and he's a shirtless man with wings, and he's got long hair. And I just looked at his face, and I was like, this is Dave Bautista. So I just did a little AI magic on it to see the hair. And yep, that's definitely Dave Bautista. You agree with me that that's what that looks like?
Oh, 100% right there. Oh my goodness.
Okay. Yeah, that's Dave Bautista.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's, McFarlane using, maybe these are coincidences, but I don't think it is. And then you sent me this picture today of their upcoming Supergirl, and not a great angle on that one. Just not looking her best. Millie Alcock.
Talk about the Hulk's forehead.
Oh, well, this reminded me of this old wrestling figure. I don't know if it was the first Chris Jericho. I think it might have been. He came in a 2-back with Chyna, and They messed up like the size of his head or something because they
Oh
gave
my
him so
gosh.
much like if you just moved the hair
There's so
down,
much-
it would have looked fine.
is-
But they gave him this egghead. It was so weird.
This is the hairline episode.
So yes, this is like the importance of a hairline. Like these people all need
Right.
to head over to Turkey immediately and get this shit fixed
Yeah.
up, straightened out. This is the back of the box for the Supergirl figure, and this is obviously artwork, but then they tried to make it her face, and I just feel like it looks so bizarre. It's just so bizarre because it's not like realistic enough. It's very clearly just a drawing. I don't know. I don't know anything about the Supergirl line.
No.
Oh,
I feel like
it's just not good.
I feel like having seen
Those are not
and
my hands,
having
by
looked
the
for the and they're on Amazon now, and I've wanted to I really want to dabble because I went out looking specifically this weekend to appease my son who said, take me to every store, we're gonna go on a Mario hunt. We're gonna buy Mario stuff.
Mario.
So little did we know we spent his own money, which was great.
Yeah.
So I was like, here you go, let it roll. There you go, it's your own money.
It's your
So
money. Do what you want.
we went looking for Mario stuff. He got a lot of the stuff from the movie, which was perfect. But I went out specifically looking for the Masters of the Universe Chronicles things because you got Scareglow. I had mentioned to you that they aren't really going to be at the smaller Walmarts, but they're showing up at
Right.
the super centers. So I went to a couple super centers, nothing there, nothing at all. So I was very disappointed. But looking at what we're seeing now with the Supergirl stuff and the other McFarlane things that are just kind of odd, and seeing what Mattel is doing with the Chronicles line, it gets me very excited to see what they're going to be doing with DC
Full
coming
on.
out next year.
Full on for DC.
Full on.
Yeah. I know. That's what everybody keeps saying too. Like, take this Scareglow and just make it a Batman. I'm like, holy shit. Like, these could legitimately be the best toys of all time. But then you have their wrestling line. I'm trying to see if I have one here. I don't think so. And it's not their fault because the wrestling line started over 10 years ago and they've tried to make them in, like, they didn't want to completely restart the form factor. So they've done updates and stuff. And like the latest update, they showed off a Goldberg that's going to have the waist, instead of being this cut waist, which is terrible, it's going to be the ball jointed waist like the AEW figures have, and then the Masters figures have. So it's like they're trying like piece by piece. But like if you could start fresh and you could just start over, use this body for wrestling, for DC, for Masters of the Universe. Like, this is the perfect 6-inch scale body for these like large characters, and make them interchangeable. Could you imagine? You could just pop this skeleton head on your Shawn Michaels and it would be like from WrestleMania, the arcade game. Oh, it would be so great. I would love that. That's what they need to do. Just start fresh. The fans would be fine.
They would.
No problem. If it's good, they'll accept it. If it's bad, they'll probably still accept it. I don't know. Wrestling fans are easy. I saw this week and it made me think. This is a prototype for an undead Shredder from 2012 that would have appeared in Playmates TMNT line, the 2012
Yes.
series.
So this was after the Super Shredder, he became the Undead Shredder.
Yeah.
as it
So this
were.
was in the show. This appeared in the show.
Correct.
Yeah. So I don't know if this didn't make it because of time or if they thought it was too scary. But essentially what Playmates has done here is they created the first Ninjambi. So, you know, we've talked about Ninjambi in the past. This is pretty much it. He's a ninja and he's a zombie. Like, this is it.
Yes, I see
This
it.
would have been
That's
it.
right there.
Yeah, this is the
like it,
origin
yeah.
of the Ninjambi. Ninjambi, they haven't updated their Instagram since February. I'm getting a little concerned that we might have seen the end. That second set.
I've seen them for like $8
Yeah.
at most of the
Well,
retailers.
those two, they had the two new figures on Amazon that I haven't seen them in stores. I don't know. Were those ever in stock? Can I order those right now? I think we might need to order them just in case.
We might have to order them. Just I still see the vehicle. I worry that it was just too much of a mess, and it was either too odd of a buy-in for a toy. Like, people are like, well, what's this based off?
Too
of?
much
It's not
going
Danny
on.
Go. It's not Danny Go. But
What is that? Danny Go?
Oh, you've never seen Danny Go?
What is Danny Go?
So Danny Go is a YouTube personality, and he does a lot of kid exercises. So it's like a lot of now jump, and it's like he sets himself up in like a digital, like on a digital screen.
Oh,
like
I see it.
you know, you're escaping from like alligators. It's like, now jump on the alligators, and it's like coordinated.
Yeah. We
rather
do those,
than rather than
Spider-Man
yeah,
one. Yeah.
right. Rather than just sitting on the couch watching stuff, you're
No, that's
actually
great.
interacting.
I'm gonna check
But
that
he's
out.
got he's on the YouTube. He's on the YouTube aisle now. Over
Does
at
he have
Target,
He has
as I call it.
toys.
He has toys now. Yes.
Ah, okay. Yeah,
Right.
a little too complicated, but they're very cool. I don't know. I don't know what they could have done differently. I think it was cool. It didn't have a TV show, I think, is the big thing.
No, it had the YouTube short. It had the,
I know,
it
but
had
that
the
doesn't
cartoon on
count.
YouTube.
I don't feel like that
I know it
counts.
doesn't count. I know
Yeah.
you have to find it.
Yeah. I don't
But
know.
I feel
what
like
I'm
it was
saying.
a
I feel like
messy. It was
toys
messy.
are-
It was messy too, and I think
You mean like because it has goo?
consumers-
Like it's
the
literally
goo was
like, that was part of
well,
it.
it wasn't like slime. It was like actual like the projectile like watery,
Right, it had to be
like,
more
mess.
watery.
It was a
to-
watery
to
mess,
shoot.
and I feel like word of mouth got out of saying like, yeah, it's all right, but man, is it messy?
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I never even thought about the goo part of it because I didn't care about that. I just cared about it as a toy. So yeah, that's interesting if that worked against it. I wonder. Well, that's the same company doing armor sores now, so we'll see. You know, we obviously support that. We like those a lot. We're still, we were told something's coming, so we'll see. We'll see
If
what
they
happens.
go away, it looks like coming up on our screen right now. Some toys are coming back in some form.
Yeah. So I didn't realize that cereal boxes did not include physical toys anymore. I didn't realize
right.
that that had gone away. But
I'd watched a video. It was a news reported video as to the time. Like, this is Kellogg's. Kellogg's hasn't put toys in their cereal boxes, I think, in almost like a decade.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy because that was a staple of our childhood.
Well, that
getting
was
toys
well,
in
that was the
cereal
thing too. I
boxes.
mean, a lot of the Kellogg cereals is all sugar, and I think it had to do with the toy as well. You get the toy. That's how they were like enticing children to
Of course.
purchase these sugary
And
cereals.
it worked. It worked
like,
great.
I gotta get the toy. I gotta
gotta
get
get the toy. Yeah. I remember buying some cereals that I only bought for the toy, and I didn't like the cereal, but I would, I'd
Right.
soldier through because I wanted that toy. It was worth it to me.
Now, what
So
were your memories of toy? Real quick, what were your memories? Did you have more exposure to toys in the actual cereal bag, or were your toys outside of the box, like in the box, but like outside of the bag?
Ooh, I do remember having to shake the cereal around to find stuff, but then I do also remember it being outside.
I think at some point it transitioned. I think at one point you
definitely.
had to actually dig through the cereal to get the toy out. But I think eventually they just moved to packing it alongside of the cereal bag.
That's better for everybody, and then you don't have to open the cereal if you like. Because people were just buying it to get the toy, because you want the toy immediately, but like you might not want to eat the cereal right away, so you don't want it to go stale. Yeah, so that makes a lot of sense.
Right.
I remember getting a little Tony the Tiger bobber from a cereal. That's like a big one in my memory. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. You put them in water.
Kind of,
I don't know
yeah.
why. I don't know if you're supposed to put them in the milk. I'm not sure why that was a
yes,
thing.
I do remember that.
was
I remember
like
the little
bowling pin
submarine
shaped.
that would sink. I remember the cars were always big that you'd have to mail
Hot
away
Wheels
for,
or whatever, those like metal cars.
yes.
Yeah.
You had to mail away for those. Those
I
required
definitely
proof of
remember
purchase.
getting those. I definitely remember getting those in the box because I wouldn't have mailed away for them. I don't think that was real.
I remember
early
getting
on,
them.
though.
I remember I have a video of myself. I'm at my grandmother's house, and it's probably 1986, and the car came in the mail.
Okay.
From the
well,
proof
I mean,
of
they would have
purchase,
done it both
yes.
ways, but I feel
But that was
like
like remember that was like it will come in 6 to 8 weeks. You remember that? It was quite the duration. It was a long time.
you forget about it by the time, and then you mailed away. You never know if the letter got there or not.
Oh, scary stuff.
Pillow people. I remember like little soft, like like double-sided pillow, but it was just. It was just a shape like the Wrestling Buddies kind of thing.
Right. And famously, the biggest one was the Batman bank that came on the outside of the Batman cereal.
Saran wrapped. Yeah, and then the
Yes.
Ninja Turtles bowl too. I don't think I had either of those. I'm trying to think of like the biggest deal cereal promotion. There was like Disney Afternoon PVC guys, like a Darkwing Duck That was like the only dark.
I remember it was one of the milk monsters or something. It glowed in the dark. He was a little PVC. It was always a little nice, cute PVC Captain Crunch PVC figure. They were fun.
Sure.
They weren't. They were what they were, and they were excellent. Yes,
They weren't ashamed of who they were. They were like, we're the best we are at what we are, and that's all you get.
right.
It was great.
But all
though.
this is to say is that Toy Story obviously is back in theaters, and they are having Toy Story spoon characters.
Yeah.
In marked boxes of specific cereals. So this kind of looks almost like it's like a, what is that? Sonic Drive-In. They do a lot with spoons.
Yes. Yeah.
This
But
is
these
the
are a little
current thing
different.
that they do.
I don't know if this is like more technologically advanced spoons or less, because it's a spoon and then the stick part of the spoon is the body, but then the head is a completely separate piece that you have to put over the spoon.
It's like a spoon cover. It's almost like your toothbrush cover.
Yes, exactly.
Your toothbrush cover.
So if you were to use this to eat, you would have to remove Woody's head or Buzz's head or Jesse's head, put it to the side, hope not to lose it, and then go about your business of eating cereal with his skull, essentially, whatever's under his head.
Right, whatever.
It's a little weird when you think about it that way, but I do want these. These are fun. I remember someone we follow who does a lot of sculpting for toys. Like he works for Major doing Big Rubber Guys now. He did the cereal box mascots for SpongeBob, like SpongeBob and Patrick. So there must be, so Kellogg's maybe hasn't done toys in a while, but there must be another cereal maker out there, because it wasn't 10 years ago that I bought those cereal guys.
Yeah.
Who else makes cereal? Kellogg's has a monopoly on this.
General Mills.
Post is cereal. Okay,
Post.
there you go. There's a couple. Like the Flintstones people. Yeah. There's other people.
Yeah.
But these are fun. I don't know that I need them. Let's see. You get Frosted Flakes, Fruit Loops, Cocoa Loops, or Apple Jacks. Not a lot to choose from here. I guess I would go Frosted Flakes if I had to choose one.
Mm-hmm.
Not doing Fruit Loops. Those are gross. They're all gross. Cereal is bad for you. Part of this.
I'm just gonna open the bottom of the box and then just.
I'm just gonna steal it from the store.
Yeah. Say,
That's the way to go.
Damaged.
I'll just get it from Goodwill in one of those grab bags that they do.
Oh, there we
like
go.
3 months or something. Yeah. All right. Any other big stories before we can talk about that next week?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything. I think we had a fun time.
We did. I want to see. So we hit all the things we needed to. We talked about the shoes that are not from Star Wars. Cody Rhodes. Before everyone got. Oh, I want to talk about this really quick. I'm reviewing a product that allows me to read any X-Men comic from the beginning till 2004, I think. But I don't know which ones to read. So, and being a casual, I don't really know.
Yes.
So, if you were to recommend like one run from X-Men, give me a year, give me a book.
Okay.
And I should have access to it. So, let me know.
Key issues. So what was it? Fatal Attractions is a big one. Obviously. What Days of the Future's Past? It's not so much a run, but Age of Apocalypse is probably on there.
Age of Apocalypse, yeah. That's good. Yeah. All right, great. Yeah, so everyone, post, let me know, and then next week or the week after, I'll let you know about this product and how you can check it out, because it's
You're
cool.
reading. Congratulations.
Well, we'll see. I might just look at the pictures. That might be the extent.
In your advanced age. Real quick, funny story. I was driving yesterday. We were out having fun with one of the kids. The other kid was dropped off at the cousin's. I pulled alongside a collection of free toys on the side of the road. Yeah. And I always have to stop. So I turned around and stopped and parked. And the gentleman came out of his house.
Whoa.
And pumped the brakes. And then I was like, what's going on? And he was like, I was like, oh, I was going to look at the toys. And he was like, oh, yeah, come right along. So then he came over to fully converse with me about the toys. And I said, okay. And it was like an odd interaction, because I was like, I'm just here to take your free stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like at that point, if you have that exchange with somebody and it's free, you're obliged to give them money. Because you're
Yeah,
just,
it's
like,
weird.
taking this.
This needs to be anonymous. I don't need you to know I took your
Right.
stuff. I don't want
you can
know where
stay
this
in the
ends
house. Stay in the house and look out the window like you
Yeah,
want
like a
to.
normal
but,
person.
You know, don't
Peep at
don't
me
come
through
out.
the
And he's like-
window.
he goes to me. He goes, "Oh, you getting it for your grandkids?" And I go, "What?"
Nope.
And so I don't have grandchildren.
And it's for me.
Yep. Actually, no, it was not for me. It was a Fisher Price dollhouse, a little dollhouse for the Sweet Streets line. But yeah, no, I'm not a grandfather, not yet. I have 2 kids under 10.
It's gonna be a while.
It'll be a while.
With kids today, you never know. They might not even choose to have children because it's not.
Oh, my daughter's already mapped out her names for her kids. I'm like,
That's so
okay.
nice.
Yeah.
That's so nice. Yeah. I hope her partner agrees with those.
I thought knowing my daughter, he'll have to, or he'll have to,
yeah, or
whatever.
she,
One of them is an interesting one. It's Hollis.
Hey, like the
that on
street
the
or
books.
like the town, I guess.
like the
Maybe
town.
Yeah.
And like the character from The Office.
No, Hollis.
Yes.
Holly.
Yeah, Holly. Holly Flax. Her
was
real
she
name
from
was Hollis.
Oh,
No,
her,
but her
the
real name was Hollis.
characters. How do you know that it was on a
Yes.
forum or something?
It was. Yeah.
That's not a name. Nobody's named Hollis.
Yes, sir.
That's bizarre.
Look at.
What a bizarre thing. Her character was from Nashua too, right? New Hampshire.
I think she was just moving to Nashua, to the Nashua branch.
Didn't she come from there originally, and then she moved back? Because she had to come down because Toby left to do the
Toby left. I thought
Scranton Strangler trial, and then they sent her back because that's where she went back when she moved back. And Michael's like, "Well, we'll do halfway."
Yeah.
And then they go to
I'd have to
Colorado,
watch.
where her parents are.
Okay.
Yeah, don't fight me on this. I know my office.
I'm not gonna fight you, but her name was legally Hollis.
I believe you.
Okay.
I saw a video of BJ Novak recently. He has aged. It comes for all of us. Time comes for all of us. All right, Bill. Anything else for this big week?
No, I've had a great time.
It's good. It's a good time. All right, everybody. Well, you know what we say. We don't want to grow up, but we already did. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
I still wanna be a toy.